And so tell me a little bit about like how you're balancing being a dentist and a yoga instructor, or is it
Well, right now I'm no more dentist. I'm
okay?
full-time yoga teacher. I found the passion in teaching yoga and changed the life of the people through this practice that changed my life. So for that reason, I write my book. They call it "I'm Enough, I'm Vulnerable," and I use my book as a instrument to inspire people to maybe they're in the same place that I was when I was super depressed, and how this practice helped me to go out of the situation that I was.
So tell me a little bit more about the book, because I love just the title
Yeah,
and
I like to write since I was kid. Like probably I started writing when I was 14, and it started to be like a habit for me, like a journaling.
mm,
And then when I was very depressed, I started writing a little bit more. And the psychologist told me like, don't stop to writing because this is really good for part of your therapy to release. And when I started feeling like much better, and I a cousin of my mom, he commit suicide, and I was like, wow, this is huge, and I feel like super bad because I was not able to have any conversation about that with him, telling him like maybe I understand you, I've been in your place before. And I was like, there are so many taboos outside to talk about this and the importance of the mental health. And I was like, I'm shy and I keep my life very private, but I think so I can help so many people if I share my story. So for that reason, I decided to write the book.
exploring vulnerability, embracing imperfections, and discovering the strength and authenticity is something that like I talk about a lot. And so just talk about like a little bit about like embracing imperfections and discovering the strength in your authenticity, because I feel like there's a lot of power in those things.
Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, like, as a human, we always try to be acceptable for the other ones, and that maybe can change who you are because in a way that you create connection, you think that you need to be what the people expect for you. So I don't know, here in Miami is like you need to be beautiful, you need to be famous and rich, and like I don't know, like all this stuff, like like yeah,
Right.
like, and it's and then you start to live in a life that is a fake life, and for how long you can live that fake life? You really happy who you are showing yourself as you are. So when you start to understand that you really connect in a deepest way with people, when you show your vulnerable part, that is the good and the bad things that who you are, and the most authentic part of yourself, like I don't know, your dark and your light.
Hmm.
And then you start to be around people that really resonate with you, and your life will start to be like so much easy. So it's more about that and sharing everything. I mean, everything that you be past for so many years, not only the good things. Social media is a great instrument to build brands and create connections and do like these collaborations, but at the same time has the negative part that is people only show the beauty of the life.
The
And
highlight reel.
yes,
Yeah.
and so it's so hard like show like when you are in a dark place or when you don't feel good. And I feel like society are craving for real people, like really real people.
Hmm.
So part of what I try to explain in the book is like the beauty of the other ones is the most pure and raw version of them.
Well, I think when you're authentic, also you find your people,
Yes.
and when you're fake, you find the wrong people.
That is what I try to start to
And
say.
then
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
and then we become who we hang around with.
100%.
So if you're faking it and then you end up following and being attracted, or then attracting the wrong crowd, then you almost start to change who you really are, and you start to form this fake person, and that continues to grow, and then on the inside you're just dying, And instead, if you walk out your true authenticity of who you are, you might not be for everybody. And I think that's the biggest thing nowadays is everybody's trying to be everything to everyone. Like, and we're not for everyone, you know,
No.
like there's people that can't stand me and like, good. Okay. You know, it's okay. So, and I think it's because I try to live as authentic as possible and being, like tell the truth and like be vulnerable, like you said, and just live authentic. It's very important, very important.
Yeah, it
So,
is. And then like, and all in all ways, even like as a yoga teacher, there are so many yoga teachers out there, but there are so many yoga teachers, they try to be a specific yoga teacher because that teacher is famous, is popular, but you can't copy anyone. You have your own like magic, and that is what really people is gonna connect with you. So it's in yoga, is in a relationships, is in a work, is in a family, is that is like show as you are, accept where you are. I remember when I moved to this country, and I was sitting at a table, and when I was a realtor, in a huge table with a bunch of like wealthy people, and they're like talking about a huge project, and they asked me where are you, they asked me where are you from, and I feel ashamed to say that I'm from Venezuela, and I'm from Portugal. So because I speak Portuguese, so like okay, I can say that because I was feeling ashamed to say that I'm from Venezuela because I know there are like so like some people, they have a perspective of view about South American people, and I was okay. Like I don't want they put me that label that I'm like those ones. But then I was like, why I need to hide who I am? I mean, I'm Venezuela, and if they give me the chance to know who I am, they want to know that I'm not maybe the same person they know that are from South America. So you can be the difference of where you came from. So that take me a long time to really like own and embrace that because I was always feeling like shame to say that I'm from there.
really,
Yes, of
that's
course.
very surprising actually
I
to
mean,
hear,
if you can ask,
because I've never heard anybody say that about Venezuela.
but
Like,
you can ask. It's not only from Venezuela, like
yeah,
Colombia, Mexico. Like some people, they feel like
and it's
shame
crazy
and
too
fear,
because
and like to get rejected.
yeah, well, it's crazy though to say that because I mean it's not crazy that you're saying that, but it's you are you,
Yeah.
and there's only one you. So Venezuela doesn't identify you. You know what I mean? The fact that you're from, like I'm from Alabama, so just because I'm from Alabama doesn't mean I'm like everyone from Alabama because we're not all the same. Like
Yeah,
you
but
know,
I know, but that what is the human do? The human do is like kind of like put people with labels. So for that reason, it's again the same thing about like when people ask me if I was Miss Venezuela, and I feel like yes, but I don't want to get like that label. It's the kind of same because then they think that you are with some characteristics and some like behaviors and some conduct that the almost all women that participate in the beauty pageant are, and it's like no, I mean no, everybody needs to be the same.
yeah.
I met a guy the other day, and he was like super nice guy, and he told me like, "Oh, I need to be honest with you. I met you before, but because I Google you and say like you was Miss Venezuela, and then I go to social media and I saw that you have so many followers. I was like, no, I don't want that. That is very Miami girl." And I was like, oh my god, like, so you see, it's like people.
Yeah, but
they do that.
that's his problem, not yours.
Yeah, of course,
So,
it's not mine,
yeah.
but it's for that
But
reason.
I understand what you're
Sometimes,
saying.
yes.
Yeah, definitely understand what you're
Yes.
saying, and it's true because, you know, like you when you have a bunch of followers and you have this like history, like to sometimes to guys, it's like, oh well, I shouldn't even bother with that because you know they're getting so much attention already, or what have
Yeah,
you.
but
So
you
it
need to
is a
give
label.
yeah, you
for
need
sure.
to give a chance to people
Yeah.
to know who they really are. And then
Definitely.
like yes, and then like use your platform for social media for that, for show who you really are.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I started to doing my Instagram account back in the days, because I was in the modeling career. I'm modeling for so many like swimsuit brands, so all my pictures are like swimsuit. But then I started to realize men thinking this because I'm selling my body, like, like, look who great I look. And I was like, no, it's not about that. It's because I worked out. So right now I'm very conscious about what I post in social media, because I don't want to people what I don't want to attract people into my life. They only see me as a beautiful body. Like,
So
I'm sure if I want to get like 2 millions of followers, I can start to posting like, my back picture, my all back pictures in the day, like since it, because it's gonna be like boom, of course.
yeah.
But that is not what I want right now in my life.
Well, so let me ask you this. So like kind of like this guy, all right? He Googled you, he sees your Instagram, and his perspective is, oh, she's Miss Venezuela 2010. She has 300,000 followers on Instagram. She's a swimsuit model, whatever. And then that's he's projecting that on you. So if you were to tell people like right now who you are, like who are you? Like if you're not that, then who are you?
I am. You can go to my social media, and I'm sure that you wanna find who I am in there, and it's
No,
the
no,
same
I
person.
want you to tell me who you are.
Okay, I mean, like, I'm not what Google say. I'm Vanessa. I'm from Venezuela. I'm a daughter of parents that are from Portugal, with very culture, like very family oriented. That I work so hard to be who I am right now, and a point that I work not only like professional way, but in stuff like how my brain work. Because when I was in that depression moment, I found like the levels of my serotonin was like super low, and nobody told me that. Only this doctor, that she was able to do all these tests, that I found that I have those levels. So um, when I found that I have that tendency to be like depressed, and how I unable right now to manage that balance with my meditation, because meditations allow you to produce more serotonin. um, it's like this beauty of knowing myself like so deep is who I am right now. A person that is always curious about things, to learn, to skills, like learn new skills, to help another ones to improve their life, to hold the space for other people, to know the importance that maybe there are so many people out there that only need to you listen them, and try to not minimize the problems of the other ones, because maybe you hear someone and you see like, oh my god, this is stupid. For you it's stupid, for them it's like the entire world. So hold the space is something that I'm who really are right now, is that person that you can trust.
So I would say like, I mean, it sounds like to me like when people view you, they're seeing the beauty, the outside beauty, and then the accomplishments. And then what you're asking them to see is what's on the inside. Is that a fair assessment?
No, I mean, it's okay, but the
Yeah.
thing is like, who is gonna give you the chance to speak with you and know who you really are? And these the time is so important for people. So spend time to talk with someone, as we are doing right now. There are not so many people they have this time. So what is the easy way to know who is that person? They Google the person or go to the social media. No, unfortunately,
Yeah.
yeah, it is. So that is a shortcut to know someone. So for that reason, I'm always try to embrace people, to use those ways to be very authentic. Try to don't pretend to be someone. It's the it's the only way to like close all the roots to be in this world and receive what you really need to receive. That is, be around the people that is your tribe, people that resonate with you. We are with the same alliance and principles and values and mindset as you are.
And just your story is powerful, and I especially think for women. What would you say, if other women are in that dark place? Do you have anything to kind of leave with
Don't feel
them?
ashamed to talk about it.
Yeah.
Whatever that you have in mind, don't diminish what you have in your mind, and be open and talk about it and write it down and ask for help. Is nothing wrong for ask for help. It's like nobody's gonna reject you because you are asking for help. Nobody's gonna reject you because you say that you thinking maybe and your life. There is so common when you start to speak about it. You found around you probably like a lot of people, they have those thoughts in their mind and they never talk about it. So mental health is so important, and we need to stop to see that like a taboo or a rejection. Is very common, and it's something that you can overcome when you start to be like more open to talk about it.